Hey folks, I'm Becky with Enduring Finances. Welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at my dividend portfolio, a self-directed stock portfolio through Ally that I manage myself. And we're going to look at all the individual dividends that I earned for the month of October and how I reinvest my money into my portfolio to rebalance out my strategy and the different sectors to keep it on track for my goals, which we will go over at the very end. I do want to say, if you would like to work through Ally as your brokerage account, I'm going to drop a link in the description here that you can click on, and it is a referral by me for you to join them. And if you do click on it, I will get a small percentage if you invest a certain amount of money with them over a certain period of time. But I really like this brokerage account. They bought out Trade King, a few years ago, and I really like working with them. I use the app on my phone. I use the computer to do it. It is just a very smooth transition, very minimal fees. It doesn't cost any money to withdraw money, and it costs about 2 cents to sell a transaction of stock. Other than that, I don't have any fees through them. I'm really happy with them as a company. Maybe I'll do a breakdown of what they offer as far as that goes. But if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. If not, you should look at investing yourself. ETFs, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. ETFs and mutual funds are going to be the top two that I would recommend. But if you want to do a self-directed stock portfolio like I do, feel free to do that if that's something that you're willing to tackle. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and see how my portfolio did overall. We know it was a hard month just based off my investment breakdown that I did last week. All of my retirement accounts and the stock portfolio did take a loss, but let's see how they did. All right, so easy to see. We saw a loss of $564.63 this last month. Market value loss of 1.43% overall. This is the second month loss that we've had. I don't really count September because that was when I was withdrawing money to reinvest it into my soon-to-be rental house. Stock portfolio dropped down to $38,826.92 in value. But for the year, we are up over $5,700 for a gain of 16.3% in market value for this portfolio. We can see we've pretty much stayed to the course, just slowly increasing over the year. Started out January, very end of December at $33,090 in the portfolio. Now we're up over $38,800, so pretty happy with that. Let's jump into my strategy and how buying stocks impacted my breakdown with that. So last month breakdown as far as the different sectors: finance, tech, real estate, consumer staples, utilities, healthcare, energy, telecommunication, bonds and ETFs, which is my personal one that I add in there, industrials, consumer discretionary, and materials. We can see that I really wanted to focus on investing in materials and healthcare as they are down quite a bit from my target goal, and this is based off of a percentage of my overall portfolio value, so it's constantly fluctuating as stock values increase, decrease, and I invest money. So that was my goal of what I wanted to reinvest in. We did end up buying one share of stock. I know, only one. Next month in November, we're going to buy a lot more. But we bought one share of stock in Pfizer, which is ticker symbol PFE, for $28.85. That is healthcare. So we can see how the buying a new stock in healthcare and the market valuations as far as valuations for each company, stock share, impacted that. So we can see right across the board we saw a slight increase in dividend yield. That's because companies are increasing their dividends and we're investing more money in companies that pay dividends. So we're going to see this continue to increase there. So we went $12,061.04 to $12,067.92. So a good increase there. As far as what we're looking at, materials, still down 0.4% of my overall goal for that. Finance is almost on the money. It increased quite a bit there over my target yield now. And tech is well over 20%. 20%? That's really good. Real estate dropped down again, so we're going to be trying to invest in real estate and materials this next month in November to bring those back up as we try and keep all of these sectors within my target breakdown percentage-wise. But overall, doing pretty good there. Let's go ahead and see all the dividends combined and how that impacted what I earned. So for this year, we are over $1,032.45 in dividends. For October, we earned $107.54, which is fantastic. That's a really good month. Most of my companies are paying every 3 months. I have a couple that are monthly. So this is one of the bigger months here. Very happy to see that, just icing there. Pretty good. I'm very happy with it. Let's go ahead and see all the individual dividends that made up this $107.54. Alright, dividend number 1 coming in on the 1st of October is ticker symbol KO, which is Coca-Cola. We earned $7.28 from the 15 shares that I own, and we're up over 31% in this position for a gain of about $237. And this is a bigger company in my portfolio, coming in at 2.52% of my overall portfolio value. And based off of the last annual breakdown that I did at the very beginning of January for 2023, my stocks, each company in my portfolio is going to be valued about 1 to 1.5% on average. So anything above that is good, anything below that is a little bit less, and this is just based off of all the companies that I own. Dividend number 2 coming in on the 1st of October, again, is ticker symbol PPL. We earned $3.68 from the 15 shares that I own, and we're up about 15.8% in this position. Dividend number 3 coming in on the 3rd of October is ticker symbol BNDX, which is the Vanguard Total International Bond ETF. It's one of the only ETFs that I invested in this portfolio just because the bond sector is so small and there's only so many companies that I'm really like, ooh, so ETF is just the smart way to go. It gives us a broad overview of that sector and really kind of balances that out nicely for me without having to select more risky single stocks to invest in that sector. We earned 29 cents from the 3 shares of the ETF that I own, and we're about the same as when we purchased it, just about a $4 loss in market value from those. Dividend number 4 coming in on the 4th of October, ticker symbol QSR, which is Restaurant Brands. We earned 99 cents in dividend yield with that Canadian 15% tax coming out. We have 2 shares and we're up 9% in this position for a gain of about $11.50. Dividend number 5 coming in on the 7th of October, ticker symbol EMN, which is Eastman Chemical Company. We earned 81 cents from the 1 share that I own, and we're up $32.06 in this position for a gain of 43.8% in market value. Woo! Alright, dividend number 6 coming in on the 7th of October, ticker symbol MRK. We earned $1.54 from the 2 shares that I own, and we are up 19.5% in this position for a gain of about $33.32. Dividend number 7 coming in on the 8th of October is ticker symbol DIN, which is Dine Brands Global. We earned $1.02 from the 2 shares that I own, and we are down and a loss of 62.6% in market value for just about $102 loss there. So, whew, that is not good, but I need to take a look at this company and reevaluate if it's something that is just a short-term blip or if this is something that potentially going to be a long-term drop, and see if I want to keep them in my portfolio or not. We'll make a mental note to come back on that. Dividend number 8 coming in on the 10th of October is ticker symbol GSK. We earned $1.93 with a UK 1% tax coming out. We have 5 shares of the stock and we're up about $7.25% in this position. Dividend number 9 coming in again on the 10th of October is ticker symbol PN. We are $9.45 from the 7 shares that I own, and this company is doing very, very well. We are up $382 in gain of market value, just shy of 70% in increase there. And this company did increase their dividend 5 cents. They increased from $1.30 a share to $1.35 a share, so a 5-cent increase, which is phenomenal there. Dividend number 10 coming out on the 11th of October is ticker symbol MDT. We own 3 shares and earn $2.10, and this company is down about 17.1% in market value loss. Dividend number 11 coming in on the 14th of October is ticker symbol MDLZ. We're in $1.88 from the 4 shares that I own, and we're up about $41 in this position, and they increased their dividend a few pennies from 0.425 cents a share to 47 cents a share, so about, 4.5 cent increase there. Very happy to see that. Dividend number 12 coming in on the 15th of October is ticker symbol O, one of my monthly dividend earners. We earned $2.90 from the 11 shares that I own, and this company is staying pretty safe at a loss of about 2.8% in market value, but they went ahead and increased their dividend a half of a penny. You can read. These numbers are hard. 0.263 cents to 26 3/5 cents something. A slight increase, but I will take it there. Dividend number 13 coming in on the 15th of October is ticker symbol STAG, which is Stag Industrial Incorporated. We earned 99 cents from the 8 shares that I own, and we are up exactly 1.5% in this position for a gain of about $4.34. Dividend number 14 coming in again on the 14th of October, ticker symbol USB. We earned $8 from the 16 shares that I own, and we're up over 26% in this position for a gain of almost $160 in market value. And this company went ahead and increased their dividend from 49 cents a share to 50 cents a share, so 1 cent increase in that, which is phenomenal. Dividend number 15 coming in on the 23rd of October, ticker symbol CSCO, which is Cisco Systems. I earned 40 cents from the 1 share that I own, and we are up exactly 12% in this position. And this is one of the smallest shares that I own in my portfolio, coming in at 0.14% of my overall portfolio value. So, little guy there, but I will take it. Dividend number 16 coming on 25th of October, ticker symbol EFC, another monthly dividend earner. We earned $7.15 from the 55 shares that I own, and we are down 33.3% in this position for a loss of over $332. Dividend number 17 coming in on the 28th of October, ticker symbol NYMT, which is New York Mortgage Trust. We earned $10 in dividends from the 50 shares that I own. And this company, I have been investing in this company for a while. I did swing trades with them for a long time, and then took a long-term position. I sold I sold exactly half of my shares earlier this year. They've done a lot of dividend cuts. They were a lot of dividend cuts. But they are down 76.9% in market value overall, for a loss of $961.16. So this is another one that I have been watching, and I need to do another reevaluation to see if I'm going to maintain this position or what we're going to do with it. So that's 2 stock companies that I need to take a look at and reevaluate with that. But moving right along, dividend number 18 coming out on the 29th of October, ticker symbol BNS, which is Bank of Nova Scotia, which is Canadian. So we're seeing that Canadian tax, 15% tax, come out courtesy of my brokerage account. So we ended up taking home $3.24 from the 5 shares that I own, and we are at $40 in this position for about 18.4% in market value. Dividend number 19 coming in on the 31st of October is ticker symbol JPM, which is JP Morgan and Chase Company. We're at $8.75 from the 7 shares that I own, and we are doing fantastic in this position for a gain of $592, or about 62% in market value increase. This company is one of the bigger ones in my portfolio, coming in at 4%. And on top of all of that, they increased their dividend 10 cents from $1.15 a share to $1.25 a share. So I'm happy to see that. Dividend number 20 coming in on the 31st of October, ticker symbol LTC, another monthly dividend earner. We're in $1.90 from the 10 shares that I own, and this company is just holding a pretty steady position. I've gained about $6.34 overall, and it is just shy of 1% of my entire portfolio. Dividend number 21 coming in again on the 31st of October, ticker symbol NLY. We earned $31.20 from the 48 shares that I own, and this company is down about $139 in market value, or about 13.2% loss there. But it's doing okay there. The real estate sector has been hit really hard with market adjustments over the last couple of years, so I'm not surprised to see that. And then dividend number 22, my last dividend for the month of October, comes in again on the 31st, ticker symbol TD, which is Toronto Dominion Bank, a Canadian company, 15% tax coming out. So we ended up bringing home $186 from the 3 shares that I own, and this company is almost even Steven again for a loss of $1.43, or about 0.8% loss in market value, but not too bad there. So this wraps up the 22 individual dividends that made up all of my dividend income this month. Let's go ahead and see how these stocks and their dividend yields impacts the statistics, my favorite part of this breakdown, and the goals that I set for myself for my portfolio this year and overall. Alright, so dividend yield. This is going to fluctuate based off of how much value my portfolio holds versus how much dividend yield I am seeing, and that is the amount of dividends that I'm earning. So we're at 3.27% at the end of October. We saw an increase of about 0.06% from September. We saw about a $6 and some change increase from previous there, and that's based off of the annual average dividend yield. Dividend average per month is $105.66 per week. That would be $24.38 per day. We're up to $3.47 per day on average. So per average, that would be 14.5 cents on hour. And then per minute, we're still at that 0.002 tenths of a penny. And then if we were to compare this dividend yield to an average 40-hour work week, we would be making 61 cents an hour. And we have finally almost caught up to where we were at with this as far as January. We've had a lot of companies cut stocks and just struggle with maintaining that yield, but we have finally made it almost all the way back. We can see we started out this year at $3.48, drop up, down, 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 up, 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 up. So hopefully we'll end this year a little bit higher than we started it as far as the dividend yield and the averages for that. But I am very happy with how this is performing. Well, let's go ahead and see my goals. So current status, $38,800. Total dividends this year, $1,032. My average, $1,267 per day, $3.47. My goals that I set for myself for this year earn $1,400 in dividends. I don't think we're going to hit it. We're going to be close. I mean, we're not going to hit it. I'm not going to have 152 months in a row. So we're going to be close, but not quite enough. We have reached the $34,000 threshold of my portfolio. Tackled that a long time ago. We're probably not going to reach the average of $110 in dividend yield per month and $3.60 in dividend yield per day. But we are moving right along, and we will just set new goals for next year. Overall, long-term goals, portfolio valued about $600,000, earning about 4% annually in dividend yield, which would be about $2,000 a month on average in dividend income, or about $65.75 a day on average. We have this lovely little breakdown of all the goals that I have, so I can see as I check them off. Portfolio value, exceeding my expectations for this year. Next goal we get to check off there is over $40,000, which is just mind-blowing, because that's just so much money to think about. But slowly working our way through until we reach our long-term goals, if we ever do, because life happens. But this is going to wrap up my breakdown of my dividend income and my portfolio for the month of October. My retirement accounts and my stock portfolio both saw a decrease in market value, so yours probably did too. Hopefully it was not incredibly drastic, and you have a good diversification strategy so that it's not a super hard impact for you. But overall, this year is doing fantastic as far as returns on investments and the stock portfolio, and I'm very happy with it. And I'm going to wrap it up here, and I will see you next time, folks. Bye.